Hello and welcome to Tree Town, on location here at WideWorld after training, after picture day. I'm your host, Ryan McCooch. I'm here with Jared Doss. Jared, thank you for coming on.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We got you to get your headshot first also, so you got to skip the line.
I got to skip the line. VIP access.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, just jumping straight in, talking about AFC.
Yeah.
This season so far, it's been going well.
Yeah.
You've been in good form lately, especially as well. Take me through these first couple of months. How's it been going for you?
Well, obviously I didn't get here as soon as the season started. I was still in school and I had exams, but I knew just like coming into this this team that I would really have to work for my spot. And before I had the mindset, and I just thought to myself that, I'm just gonna come here and I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try my best, make new friends, just be positive and see where that gets me. And so far it has done well. And then during the games I've been lucky enough to be in form right now and to be scoring, so it's going really well right now. And practice is also really good, so I enjoy it every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our most recent game was against FC Indiana. We've scored a heck of a goal. Take me through that goal.
So basically on corners, I kind of know that like I'm not that good at heading because I'm definitely not that tall, so I usually try to stay out for that reason, for the ball that's going to rebound. And it so happened that Amadou and Jake Rufy, they fumbled on it, and then I was hoping, you could hear me in the video, I was screaming, please pass it back, pass it back, and I was really hoping that they would roll it back because I knew I had a shot on goal.
Yeah.
And when I saw that ball come in, the only thing that was in my mind was strike it clean and put my head over the ball so it didn't go all the way up.
Yeah.
And thankfully it happened, I think Ewan, he got a little bit of a nose on it, and that also helped it to go to the top corner, so that was pretty good. Yeah.
He got I was going to say he didn't try and claim your goal.
Nah, after the goal, after the celebration, I told him, I said, yo, your nose touched it. And he's like, oh, he's big and tall. He's like, oh, that's your goal, mate. I'm not going to take it from you. So I told him, thank you. What a guy. I mean, it was a nose.
It was just a nose.
Yeah.
It was just a grazing glance.
Yeah, it was a graze, yeah. So
you've had a few goals this season. Is that your favorite of the season so far?
Definitely one of the more exciting ones, I would say. My favorite probably would have to be, I forgot who was against, but it was the assist from Jake. Just because it involved a good play, and also like it involved like pace and getting around the goalkeeper. I'm pretty sure that's exciting for people to see, so I like that one the most. But this one is definitely memorable for the books.
Now when you hit one like that, do you know it's going in after you hit it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it usually like that?
Sometimes, no, 9 times out of 10, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that one in specific, I knew it was. Frenchie tried to challenge me and say if Ewan didn't get the nose on it, it might not went in. But we reviewed the video many times, the footage from all angles, and we both agreed that it was going in. So yeah.
So that's definitely rightfully your
definitely,
goal. Yeah. So far this season, as I mentioned, the team in general has been in good form as well. Do you have like a standout match that's happened so far?
It's a good question. Not so much. I mostly try to do every game basically the same energy. Definitely, I feel like in Toledo was a better game for me all rounded because I was good at attacking, but also I was helping defend, and I feel like that those type of games are the games that I have the most all rounded performance, where I help attack and defend, and that's what you want to do. So to me, that would probably be one of my more standout games for me personally. For somebody looking on, might be a different one where I dribble a lot. But for me, that's good because I have to work on defending and attacking. It's two sides of the game, and I feel like in Toledo I did that. So
important to be well-rounded too as well.
Yeah.
Now, since we're talking about being well-rounded, no better place to do that than the training ground, I guess.
Definitely.
Do you have a favorite part about training or a favorite aspect of your game that you like to train?
The entire thing, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. So the way that AFC runs their sessions, like to me, from the first time I got here, I told Turnbull too, Steven, I told him, I said, man, I love the sessions because I personally like 5v2 at the start. It's going to be hard. I like 5v2, then I like the possession, then after the possession I like the technical, then after the technical I like the game, and then after the game I like the finishing. So it's all rounded, like it's really, like everybody's involved, it's fun. I really enjoy it a lot. So I can't pick a favorite. If I had to, probably the games when we like
The games, yeah.
like free touches, just no restriction, just playing.
That's
It gets
nice.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like, is there a memorable scourge where it's gotten heated before?
Oh, yesterday was heated, man. You should
What
have seen it.
happened?
Well, we started off with the session like we did our lap, and then we did this activity where it was 3 teams, 3 pennies,
Okay.
and two teams would play with each other, and the other one would be in the middle.
Yeah.
And whoever lost it had to go in, and it was pretty confusing at first. Like the guys, we were kind of confused about it. The energy wasn't that high, so guys were kind of getting frustrated. And we tried, we got through, and then right after that, we did a session where 2 teams won the half, and we had a neutral in the middle, and one team would attack, and once they scored, they would attack the other team.
Okay.
And just as a progression from the drill before, and after that, I feel like guys just took that intensity, like that frustration from the first part of the session
Yeah.
to that second part, man. You should have seen it. People were flying in. People were tussling. We had to stop it at one point.
Oh,
Boise stopped it, and he said, let's try to move on because it's getting a little choppy because guys
Yeah.
were intense. And then we basically liked it because that's what you want in a session. You want
Yeah.
high competitive, teams. And after that, we decided that we were going to go back into it and we were going to open the field a little bit. But the intensity died a little bit. But yesterday was really like tough on everybody's body. Like
Incredible.
yeah.
Do you like that sort of like high intensity sort of training?
For sure. There's certain sessions, especially being early in the morning. There's some sessions where you gotta really tell yourself like, come on, let's get this, let's go, let's one session for the day, let's do it. And then when you come in and the sessions where it's intense, it's almost like second nature. You don't have to tell yourself, you just do it. So I prefer when it's intense. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So delving.
Man, you're asking some really good questions, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate
like
that.
really good questions. Like I'm enjoying it.
I've never been told that. So
Really?
I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Okay.
I'm glad the audience
No, man,
knows that
really
at
good
least
questions,
someone
like-
thinks so.
Wow.
I do want to delve in a little bit about your like collegiate background and more specifically Stephen Turnbull.
Yeah.
So did you did you figure out what like AFC was all about through Turnbull?
Yeah. So basically last year, Turnbull, also Martion Watson, known as Moko,
And Serge.
and
as well.
Serge, they all came, and it's definitely Turnbull told me a lot about AFC, like especially when he knew I was coming here.
Yeah.
He used to come up to me. He said, "Man, you're gonna love it, man." Like he just used to come up to me like, "Yo, this stuff is like this, and we like that, and you're gonna like this." So I was pretty excited about it. Also, Martion is my roommate in
really?
in college.
Okay.
So he told me a lot about it. I talked to him every day about it. Basically, he gave me more in depth about like coaching, like teams, like practice, everything. So that was pretty good. And I had like an open mind coming into it, but they also told me a lot of good stuff about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So you sign on. Has it been what you expected? Was it all that Turnbull and the guys said it would be? Is there anything you didn't expect? I guess would be a better question.
No, it was pretty much what he said, and better. Cause to be honest, some of the things maybe Turnbull, like the pollen, like the allergy stuff, like just the environment.
Allergy season's been bad. This
Yeah.
season. You were sneezing before we came
I
on
was
podcast.
sneezing. I'm bad at it. I'm really bad. I did not expect that. I don't really have that in New York, so I had to deal with that. And then Turnbull said about how it would get really hot during the summer.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm from Trinidad, so I told him like I like the sun, so I feel like that's a positive to me. So it's like better than I expected,
Yeah.
So yeah, my expectations have been met and surpassed. Like they're even better. Yeah.
That's good to hear. It's a nice sunny day out here.
It's a nice sunny day. Perfect.
So you mentioned you are from Trinidad as well, but you attend college at Stony Brook, of course. How did that come about? How did you end up at Stony Brook?
So basically, after my high school in Trinidad, I really didn't have much plans. Like I wasn't the one who said, yeah, this and then next, then I'm going to go to school and then I'm going to go after school. Like I didn't really have much plans. I just went wherever the ball took me.
Yeah.
And on my last season, I had a really good season. I scored like 11 goals and I started getting offers. So I started getting offers from schools in Florida, in Washington, in New Jersey, in New York, like all over.
All around.
Yeah, all around. And I did a couple of visits as well. And to be honest, so again, Moko. So I knew him from before. I knew him from in Trinidad because we played on a national team together. Yeah, we played with colleges, like he was in my high school as well. He transferred, and he got taken to Stony Brook the semester before me, before I
Okay.
graduated, because he was 1 year ahead of me.
Yeah.
And then the semester after, they contacted me as well, and I didn't do a visit,
Mhm.
but something about like just the coach that like he came to Trinidad because he does scouting in Trinidad. He talked to my parents. I met him.
Oh, he made the trip down to visit.
Yeah, he
Oh,
made
wow.
the trip
Okay.
down. And like something about it, we had breakfast. I still remember we went for breakfast, me, my parents, and the coach, and I talked, and I liked it. You know, like there's certain times when you meet coaches, and you feel a nice type of vibe about
Yeah.
it. So right away I trusted him, and then like right after I found out that Martin Watson was going to the school, and I looked up a lot of information, and it was a good sized school. It's D1 obviously,
Right.
but it was a school that was on its way to, building, like trying to get
Yeah.
bigger and bigger and try to, encourage more into the sports and put more into soccer.
Mhm.
And I like that personally. I didn't want to go to like say like a name school and it's already established and I just become a player and I play
Yeah,
my
get
4
lost in the
years and
shuffle,
then
you know.
another player comes on. I wanted to be a part of like a journey. I wanted to be a part of something becoming from this to that. And I
Okay.
wanted to challenge myself to take it from that to there. So the semester before I went to Stony Brook, they
Did you get bit?
yeah. they won I think it was like 3 to 4 games.
Okay.
And then the semester Martion went, they won 7 and then after that we started winning 9 and 10.
Yeah.
So that basically like was what encouraged me to go to Stony Brook. That's how come I ended up going there. The offer was on the table and I wanted to be a part of something that grew.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a part of that community and be known to like help the school. So that's why I decided to go there other than all of my other offers.
Okay. Very
And it's been
interesting.
treating me really good since.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm here right now, so.
That is true. Now, you obviously in New York, had you been familiar with the area at all, or was coming over for college your first experience?
I've been to the U.S. I used
Okay.
to go more to Florida. So if you try to call me, I have a Florida number. I have a 305. And everybody's like, who's a scam number? Like, it's just me. I got a number in 305.
Just you.
in Miami. And I've been to New York before Stony Brook, but when I was younger, so I didn't really do much. Like, it wasn't as free as when you go to college.
Yeah.
So I was familiar, I guess, but not really familiar because I'm in Long Island, which is Manhattan, and then Long Island's out there. So
Okay.
I'm in a different part of New York, so I had to get accustomed to that. I was never really like accustomed to the area.
And what about Ann Arbor? Had you been familiar with Michigan?
Never been.
Never been.
Nah. So I'm pretty bad with like the states in
Yeah.
America, and I didn't know where like Ann Arbor, like Michigan. I knew of Michigan, Ann Arbor, like I knew it was a state, but I didn't know
Yeah.
where it was. I thought it was more down south.
Really?
Yeah, and then I
Ah, the
figured out it's
mid-state, bro.
right. It's right next to like up to Canada, like it's not too far. So
Yeah, the bridge. and
yeah, I
all.
looked it up. So yeah.
And what have you enjoyed most about Ann Arbor so
Man,
far?
everything, bro. Like it's like a new city. So basically, where I go to school, it's a community. Like it's just a school, and I
Okay.
stay on campus, so I'm not in the city. But like coming to Ann Arbor, like especially with the housing, like I live right close to the city. Everything's happening, so I could just literally go downstairs and there's a Starbucks, and
Oh, that's nice.
it's really enjoyable because you never feel restricted to like just your room. You could just take a walk if you want.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like that's good. Like I like being outdoors, especially when it's warm. So
Mhm.
it's pretty nice to like explore like Ann Arbor, like just to see. I mean, I've gotten kind of used to the pollen, but
Yeah.
yeah,
It's still rough.
it's still rough.
I mean, I've lived here all my life.
I
and it's
forgot to
rough
take
this
my
year.
Zyrtec today too.
Oh, you gotta.
Yeah, I
gotta
take it
remember
every day.
that
Ah, damn. I'll
It's
get
brutal.
it. I'll figure it out.
Zyrtec. I ran out of Zyrtec recently too,
Yeah.
and I was asking my roommate, and she was like, "We're all out," and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well,
That's
gotta go
it.
get- That's it.
That's it for me. It's gonna
Guess I'll
be
be crying all day."
Oh, bless you, bless you, bless you. Everybody just just forget it now. Just let him sneeze. Don't say it. Yeah. So,
Speaking though of living in Ann Arbor,
Mhm.
who are some of your roommates? Who do you live with?
so when I first got here, we had 3 in one room.
Really?
Yeah. So when I first
Packed you
got
guys in.
yeah. So when I first got here, it was Turnbull, and Will.
I like how you gestured off to Turnbull. They're off
Is he
camera,
there? He's
they're
over
doing
there.
yoga right now, and Turnbull's part of the group doing yoga.
Yeah, look at him. He's
He
not
just-
even
He
doing
fell
it.
down. Yeah.
He's falling over. Yeah, so Turnbull was my roommate and Will as well.
Okay.
So when I came in, there were 2 beds like on frames.
Yeah.
So Turnbull had one, Will had one, and then there was just enough space. It was actually the only room in the apartment that was enough space to fit one more bed.
Okay.
But we wouldn't be able to put the frame. We just had to put the mattress.
Okay, so you just had like a mattress.
And
on
I
the
told him, man, I'll take the mattress, man. I'll sleep on the mattress. It's fine
Yeah.
to me. It doesn't really matter, cause I mean, I came here for soccer, for what we call football in Trinidad.
Yeah.
I didn't really care. I just needed a bed to sleep on, and let me go to training, and I'll be good.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
good
took,
attitude to have.
yeah, I took that, and I mean, just for the podcast, just a little lesson. Sometimes when you go to a new place, you gotta take the lowest spot, and when you take the lowest spot, you allow yourself to, you know, have the lowest spot to be honored to get the highest spot.
Yeah.
So basically, let me break it down. I came in, I took the lowest mattress, I slept on the floor, no questions asked, no bothers. You know, the only thing was it was dusty, so I would have to sweep the room really often. I'm pretty sure Will and Turnbull enjoyed that I was sweeping,
Yeah.
just to get the dust out of my face. And then you stay around long enough, and you're gonna be blessed. So basically, like, whatever happened, Will had to like go to his brother-in-law's house, so he moved out, and Will had the highest bed, so it was Will's, then Turnbull's, and I was on the ground.
Okay.
So Turnbull had his
steps.
bed, and then Will had his own. So I jumped beds, so I jumped to the highest bed.
Okay.
So I took the lowest one, and I ended up at the highest one. And the highest one is right next to the cupboard, so I literally have my own space. Like, I could just
that's-
roll over and put my clothes on.
There you go.
And then right after that, it was me, Turnbull, and then Henry came.
Okay.
So Henry jumped in the room.
Yeah.
So we put a frame for Henry. So he was on my bed and lifted up. Henry
Okay.
slept there, and then with players like, you know, leaving, one room opened up for a single.
Okay.
But I didn't really care to have a single. Like, it was whatever. I prefer to share. Like, you know, it's just more fun. You
Yeah.
know, you could talk.
Good camaraderie.
So, and Turnbull is my boy. Like, I mean, you probably wouldn't want me to say this, but sometimes he's like a little sick. You know, like his concussion or his stomach. And I told
Right.
him, I said, bro, like, I'd rather stay here with you. Like, so if anything happens, like anything pops off, you know, I'm gonna, you know, take care of you. Like, you know, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
your back for sure. Like,
What
you
a
just don't
guy.
have to question. You know.
Yeah.
And so basically Henry moved into that single, and now me and Turnbull are living in a double, and
Ah,
it's
you guys are just hanging out.
amazing, man. It's the cleanest room in the house.
Is it? You guys keep
We
it
got
clean.
posters in there. We got Messi on the wall.
Yeah,
we got
I was gonna say, what type of poster?
We got Aguero. We got Salah. We got Dybala.
Oh man.
We would have had Pogba, but basically Dybala was on this side of the page and Pogba was on this side,
Ah.
and we had
You
to
gotta
stick Dybala.
choose.
So
Yeah.
Pogba is just facing the wall right now.
That's right. He's up there in spirit.
Yeah, he's up there. We know he's there, but yeah.
Do you have a favorite internet or like a big
Team?
club team? Yeah.
Yeah, Bayern Munich was my favorite at
Bayern's
one
your
point.
team.
Yeah.
I think Turnbull's a Bayern
That
guy
he
too.
is. He is. I know he is. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Bayern player?
Oh nah, not really.
No, just the
Nah,
whole
I
team?
just really like the playing style, especially when Pep was there.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola. I really enjoyed it. I don't know why. Like, I just enjoyed like Bayern Munich. They had like most all-rounded like guys, like defense and attack, and that's what
Yeah.
I think is the game. You have to be complete. So I really enjoyed like playing them. I have a Bayern Munich shirt and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, in
That's
terms,
good.
got the
Yeah.
ice bag off.
Yeah.
The knee is loose.
Yeah. Look at that.
Good extension on that.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of your play style, do you have specific like professional influences?
Yeah, definitely. So when I started off playing soccer, I was playing at a defensive midfield or attacking midfield.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so I started off with my school team, and then I played national under 17, U20, U23 was my latest. But I started off playing as a midfielder, attacking midfield. I started off defensive, then I went attacking, and then a coach decided one day, he said, man, you're not an attacker, you're a winger. And he played me wing. At first I told my mom, I said, Mom, I don't want to play wing. She's like, oh, he believes in you, like, you should play. And honestly, that season was the season that I, you know, came from high school to university, and that's probably when I did my best at the season. So before, technically, to answer your question, I used to look at midfielders. I used to look at like Busquets, like Iniesta, like those type of players, just to see how their body moves. I would go on YouTube, I would just look at stuff. And then as I started to play winger, I kind of evolved from like Iniesta, and I started to look at like Neymar, like not really Messi, because I look at Messi for certain things, but he's a left footer. He's not gonna, you know, allow me to like teach myself. So I look at like, I used to look at Ribery, Robin, like he's another left footer. Neymar, like just a lot of players like Sane, like
Yeah.
just a lot of players that have certain different attributes, and I try to like see which ones I could do. Like Rubinho, like a lot of step overs. I really enjoy doing step overs. So sometimes before games, I look at Rubinho, like his old videos, like Ronaldo, like Brazilian Ronaldo, like just those types of stuff. So yeah,
nice. I like that. Sane is a great shout too as well, because like even though I'm a Liverpool fan, like Sane's just so good.
He's unbelievable. Yeah.
You can play him on either wing. He's devastating.
Yeah.
But you mentioned you've had like youth national team experience as well. I did want to ask you about that. What sort of like did you get any like lessons from that in terms of the game, or like were you able to travel for that as well?
Yeah. So for when I was playing U17, I was 14 going on 15, and for the most part I was 15. Okay. And I was the youngest kid on the team, but we travel a lot, and so basically I started traveling around 14 was when we first did our travel. So I've been like, with that team I've been to Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, Curacao, like different places.
Wow, all over.
Yeah, I mean there's some more, but I'll list them after. But basically, like, that just gave me experience in terms of life, in terms of traveling, going to a new place, being away from your parents. Like, I mean, obviously it's a way easier because you got a team and a manager that's going to help you to do everything. But it's just like certain things where, like, you got to be down for breakfast at 7, you get there at 6:55. Like, just certain life skills that you want to have, And that's what really I learned from that. And then, like, also, like, I mean, I don't know if I want to go too deep and spend too long into it, but like football-wise, it was experience. Like, I'm always going to get experience, but my most memorable moments was just life experience. Like, I had this one coach, and he told me, like, basically when you go to a new place, so like Colombia, and you're walking through the city, you have to triangulate.
Okay.
That's how you get your way back. So basically, like, I was walking with him, and he would, like, we would come out of the building, because Colombia is really, you could get lost.
Yeah.
And he would look at one tall building, and he'd look at another one, and he'd just triangulate back to where we are. So if I go over there, I look at the building, I have to look at it the angle that I am, and then I know, like, which direction to head in to go back.
That's so interesting.
And
that's like a great life lesson.
That's still with me up to this day. If I go to walk in downtown Ann Arbor, I remember I look at a building, I look at another one, I have a landmark, and I try to remember the angle, and I come back, and that's stuck with me ever since.
Absolutely.
Like, it's unbelievable. I still remember, like, him showing me the building. I know what the building looks like in Colombia. But yeah, so I had chances to travel with them. A lot of experience, because with the U17 was probably the most successful national team I've been on so far. We had a really great team. And Martin Moko was on that team as well. And we made through a lot of tournaments. We got to the CONCACAF tournament, the World Cup qualifiers in Panama.
Okay.
And we were one game away, and we were playing Panama, though. It was our last game at home in Panama.
Yeah, that's an away game for you.
And, man, they had the stands full, and they were just making a lot of noise. And we were 2-1 down, and it was intense. And then second half, stuff got kind of wild, and we got a red card. And then we went down 3-1, and then we went down 4-1, and we lost. But if we won that game, we would have been into the U17 World Cup. So that's
crazy.
Sick,
that's impressive.
Yeah. And then the latest was not the latest. Then I played U20. We did what we did. We didn't really get that far. And then the latest was last summer. Instead of being in Michigan, Ann Arbor, I went to Colombia with the U23s for Central America games. I think that was what it is,
Nice. And you said that was Colombia?
In Colombia,
Okay.
So technically with my national team, I've been to Colombia 3 times.
Okay. Do you have a favorite place in general that you've been with your national team?
Yes. So when I went to Kicks and Tricks, one of the kids asked me that too.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be Panama, because Panama was where the tournament, the World Cup qualifiers is.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if Mami could attest to this, but when you go to World Cup qualifiers and a tournament and World Cup, man, you're handled. You're handled. You get fruits, vegetables, anything you want. Like,
nice.
The hotel was 5-star. There was a sick pool. There was a sand for beach volleyball. There was everything. You name it. They were treating us well. Like huge rooms, tutor room, bathrobes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, like everything. So for me, it was pretty much like Panama, because anywhere we went, we had police escort too. Like, if you wanted to go to the mall, like, it was pretty sick. It was really like a taste of like what that type of lifestyle
what the good life is like.
Yeah, and we were all pretty young, so you know, we just talking a lot of nonsense, just having fun, you know, playing football. Like, it was amazing. So probably Panama was my favorite.
Very cool.
But I can say I do like Colombia because I've been there 3 times now. So.
Yeah, get used to it too.
Yeah,
you know, have
good.
your favorite spots
Yeah.
and stuff. Well, I do have one final question for you. I like to end all my podcast interviews with this. If you had to pick one specific moment from this season thus far that's been your favorite, what would it be?
Oh, the goal from the last game, because personally for me, like, goals are goals, like however you score them, but there's certain goals that when the ball hits the back of the net, the entire team gets the energy and they all scream and shout, and that was one of those. Yeah, when it hit the net, you could hear everybody go whoa, and I like that, and I like when like everybody celebrates. I enjoy, like, I feel like football is such a game, soccer is such a game of sadness, that when you have those happy moments, you lose sometimes, but when you have those happy moments, you really have to enjoy it and celebrate it. And I feel like as a team we did that. When I scored, like, everybody, you could see like everybody coming, even when there was a huddle, people were still jumping on top. So that to me is one of my favorite moments for sure.
The celebrations
as a team, definitely.
Jared, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. This was dope. Like, I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Some good questions.
Thank you, Jared.
Thank you. All right.
Welcome back to the podcast. I am here still on site at WideWorld with Jenna Smith. Jenna, thank you for coming on.
No problem.
How's jumping right in? How's the season been going so far?
We're struggling a little bit with the wins, but I don't care. We're having a ton of fun at practice, and even when we're losing games, it's still enjoyable. You know?
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
it seems like whenever I'm watching you guys, you always have like a good team spirit.
Yeah, we do, and it's really awesome because it's been like 4 weeks and we're like super close, so I'm really grateful to be here. It's a lot of fun. It really is. Yeah.
Now, are you from around the area?
I'm from Milford, which is like 45 minutes away from here, so it's a bit of a hike every morning, but I don't mind coming out here every morning. It's definitely worth it. Absolutely.
And just talking about training in general, do you have like a favorite aspect of training or like a favorite aspect of your game that you like to train?
I love when we do like anything competitive. We'll do like 2v2, 3v3s, anything where we're like going at each other, going for the win. I like when it's competitive. That's my favorite part.
Nice.
Definitely.
So let's talk about some of the recent games, because there was a big clean sheet, the victory over Detroit Sun.
Yeah.
There was also the earlier season win against Grand Rapids as well. Does any game in particular like stand out as one that you like have favorite memories of, or?
Probably that last game against Detroit, just because we're in a bit of a rut win-wise, and then just getting the win at home, our last home game, that was super cool. And I think the whole team enjoyed it. I think the people that were there enjoyed it. So that was really fun, even though it was just 1-0. It was really great. I love that. Yeah,
all about the clean sheet too. That was first women's clean sheet in history too.
Yeah, that was nice to get for sure.
Absolutely. So in terms of just getting started with this inaugural season, how did you get involved with the club?
When I was back at school, my coach told us about the team, and then my old schoolcraft coach, Joe Carver, he let us know that they're creating a team, so he asked us if we would be interested in playing, so we just said yeah, pretty much, and
nice.
That was it. Yeah, so not a great story, but that's how it went down. So.
Hey, you're here. That's what matters. And then as we mentioned, like, it's a great team spirit. You're good friends with a lot of the girls.
Yeah, I am. Yep.
What is it about like the team and the team atmosphere that you enjoy so much?
Everybody's just like nice and like welcoming. There's been teams that I've played with in the past, summer teams, and they just weren't very like welcoming, and it makes you feel like you're not supposed to be there, and everyone here is just like really kind, and like just we care about each other, and that's like important. And then that's just it, just being nice.
Yeah, that's important.
Like really, that's like the simplest thing, but that's like what it is. So
I think everyone in the organization really takes pride in like
everybody
just
here
being nice.
Yeah, it's like simple, but that's really it.
So you mentioned you're from Milford, which is a bit of a drive away from here in Ann Arbor. Yep. Are you familiar with Ann Arbor though in general, or?
Not much. I mean, I've been downtown a few times just because it's around, but not really.
Do you have like, in your limited experience, do you have like a favorite thing to do in Ann Arbor?
Well, my dad's a Michigan fan, so my family's a Michigan fan. Okay. So I haven't been to any football games or anything, but I've gone to the big house for like the Champions Cup games.
Oh, yeah.
So those were really cool. And then when I was little, my mom would take us to the hands-on museums, so stuff like that.
Nice.
Just like little like touristy things. But
yeah, that's super cool. Though.
But I really love it. And like going down there for team lunch and stuff, that's really cool. So
yeah,
I definitely like it. Wish I could spend more time down there, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The International Champions Cup.
Mm-hmm.
You've been. How many of the games at the Big House have you been to?
The two of them. There was one last year.
Yeah.
So the Liverpool game and then the one before the Chelsea Real Madrid game, I think. So
nice.
Those two only. Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite European side?
I'm an Arsenal fan.
You're an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So going to watch Chelsea was a bit.
Bit harsh, yeah.
Yeah. But I think Real Madrid won that game, so it was all right.
That's all right.
But then I would be a
Trade-offs.
Barcelona fan if I was watching the El Clasico. So
Okay.
the whole thing was, I don't know. It was cool though. It was cool to be there, and it was super enjoyable either way. But yeah. So.
Now Barcelona's coming here against Napoli.
Mm-hmm.
Are you making plans for that year?
Yeah. I saw that they had the pre-sale like last night or something. And I sent it to my friend, and so I think we're
Nice.
planning on that because Barcelona. Even if you have a favorite team outside, you just have to like.
Oh yeah. Like it's Messi too.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
he's phenomenal. So if he's coming, like, yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be like
Yeah.
the coolest experience ever to see him play. So.
Now I'm a Liverpool fan, as some people may know.
All right.
And I probably would have like not been able to bring myself to go to the game this summer if Barcelona had beaten Liverpool. But now that they had, I'm like, I think I can manage.
Yeah.
You know?
So were you there last
I
year?
was, yeah.
And that was just like,
that was like
awesome for you.
I don't even know how to describe it.
That's so cool.
It was nuts.
Yeah. I would love to see Arsenal play live. So.
That would be so
One
cool.
day, but yeah, I just felt it. I was there with my friend, was a huge Liverpool fan, and it was just like cool to be there with them because they were like, it was awesome
crazy.
just to feel what they were feeling, and then like all the fans, that was just super cool either way. So
Shakira's bicycle kick too.
that was incredible.
I've never seen something like that where like everyone stood, like not one team
like
stands.
in person, it was like just shocking, and then that was.
Sometimes I still like. I think about it and I'm like, I saw that live.
Yeah,
like,
I forgot about it. Now you've been like that. I don't know how I forgot about it, but yeah, that was. It was
a good time.
That was something, yeah. So.
Now, in terms of like, do you have a favorite player as well? Do you have a favorite Arsenal player? I guess would be a good question.
It is Aaron Ramsey.
Oh,
so
brutal. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I still love him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's really sad. That really hurts my feelings. So
at least he's going out of the country though, so you can still.
Yeah, if he would have went to like United or something, I would have just lost my mind because that would have been terrible. But yeah, I'll still root for him because he's not in our league. But you know, it's sad. It's sad. It is. So well.
I'm a big Lacazette fan. I
fun.
liked him when he was on Lyon, and now like he's in the Premier League. And I'm happy to see him score.
He's awesome. I love him and Aubameyang. Watching them two play, that's fun.
That triple golden boot was crazy with
that
Salah,
was
Mane,
crazy.
and Aubameyang.
Yeah, I was trying to watch him all 3 games that day, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And then he did. I didn't think Aubameyang would catch up because I think he was behind. Yeah. And then he scored like 2 goals that game or something, and then it was a 3-way tie.
It's crazy.
That was something, and they were all on my fantasy Premier League team. So.
Look at so you have like you're a big Prem fan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I won my Premier League.
Did you? Good for you.
So
Who was on your squad?
I had Salah for a little bit. I didn't think I had him at the end of the season, but I had Mane, and then I had Aubameyang.
Oh, you're good there.
Yeah, and then Van Dijk really did me good.
Oh, that's
then,
nice.
Who else? I can't even remember, but they were like.
Hey, you won with
my
them,
point getters. Yeah,
it's a solid squad.
Oh, and I had Harry Kane when he was okay, so he was like doing well for me.
Nice.
And then he got hurt. But yeah, I won my fantasy Premier League. So.
Look at you, brag about it.
It was only 2 people I beat, but
hey, it
they're
still
jealous,
counts, you know?
so that counts for something. Yeah, it does.
Now, in terms of playing in general, do you have like specific players that you like model your game after?
I think anybody who watches Messi tries to be like him, but just the way that he moves the ball on and off the ball, the way he dribbles is something I've like always admired and tried to do because he just like you can't get the ball from him, and it's something like that. And then like Aaron Ramsey, I like him because his work ethic is just really good, and he just is everywhere on the field. Like he does everything. So just I guess them two. And then, honestly, anybody on the women's national team, like,
nice.
You idol them growing up, so
Have you been following the World Cup run then?
Definitely, yeah.
Nice.
I just brought up to Pritch that we need to be able to watch the game on Friday because we're getting on the bus to Indiana. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. We're going early. I don't know. Drive myself to Indiana or something and get there at 3 o'clock and watch it. I don't know. I will be watching the game though, because that's like outside of Arsenal, that's like I love them. So.
Do you have a favorite women's national player?
It's got to be Alex Morgan, you know,
Good
little
answer.
Cliche, but I've loved her since I was little. So,
of course.
well, little being like 12, I don't know. So,
yeah, I feel.
But yeah, definitely her. And then, honestly, all of them though, they're just the best.
There's such a great like squad. You know?
And they're like great people to look up to, off the field too. So, yeah, they're special. They're special to me at least, and to a lot of people, I think. So yeah.
Oh, definitely. I think like especially with the men's team, like not doing as great.
I take pride in that because kind of rub it in. And I just,
totally.
They're embarrassing. They kind of are sometimes. So it's hard. It's hard to be a USA fan and have such highs and such lows. So I don't know.
It's a busy time to be a soccer fan too.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Between this and like the women's team and then the men's team with the Gold Cup.
Yeah,
there's also AFCON and Copa America.
A lot. It's a lot.
It's crazy.
And then it's too many games. I'm lucky if I get one in.
Yeah,
it's just
same here.
I do my best to watch one and then look up the scores later. It's kind of sad, but I wish I could sit at home and watch it all day, but.
Yeah,
I can't.
No, I feel ya. I was like that with the World Cup last year too, where like I really just wanted to sit down in front of the TV and watch. But,
at work they had them on the TVs inside, and I would be working outside, and I'd sneak in and catch a few minutes, catch the scores, and then go back out because that was my job. So.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do in terms of work aside from AFC?
This summer I'm working at a state park.
Are you really?
Yeah. So
nice.
I'm working the night shift, which is a little brutal. So I'm there from 2 to 11.
Really?
So so I can
late.
only catch the morning games. So like yesterday when the women were playing, I got to see it, and then at 2 o'clock they ended, and then I like shot to work. So. So yeah, it's rough when the games are at 3, but but it's a good job, I guess.
Yeah.
I just kind of take care of a park.
That's cool.
And then,
Are you an outdoors person?
Yeah, I am. I don't really know how to do anything there. They make me like, there's all these tractors we have, and like it's just
a lot of tractors.
I'm just winging it, And I spent yesterday painting a ceiling for 6 hours, which honestly isn't that bad. No. I just listened to some music and it was cool. But yeah, get to be outside, so can't argue that. So.
That's cool. Now, in terms of your soccer background, how long have you been playing your whole life?
I started playing like competitive soccer when I was 9.
Okay.
So I didn't really start too young. I was too shy.
Oh, okay.
My parents, like, you know how they'd have, like, at schools, they had them, like, set up so you could sign up real easy, and my parents would always be like, do you want to play? And I was like, no, like, I do not want to leave the house. I don't want to go. I don't want to meet people. And then I started playing at recess in, like, third or fourth grade or something, and I told them I wanted to start playing, so I started with like a house rec team and then worked my way up. So it was my mom had to walk me out to practice my first day because I was like, I'm not going out there, like, this is scary. Are you kidding me? So
no, I feel that.
Made it a long way.
Oh, absolutely.
Worked out. So it was a little weird beginning, but happy with it.
And then you obviously play collegiately now. When did you realize, like, oh, I can play collegiately as, like, a next step in my game?
I don't know. I was playing club for a while, and then I stopped playing for a little bit. So going into high school, I wasn't playing club soccer. I was just, like, floating around. And then I got into a club team again my freshman year of high school. And then I started thinking, like, your coaches ask you if you want to play, and I wasn't sure, and I was kind of nervous about that too, just like that's like a big step. And then honestly, I like went back and forth for a long time. I didn't know if I wanted to, didn't know if I did, and then probably I think it was my senior year of high school, I decided, like, sure. So I went to Schoolcraft because it was like a good, like, in between, like, feel it out. So I played 2 years there, and I'm definitely happy that I made the decision to play because I don't know what I'd be doing if I wasn't. So yeah, I went there. I made my decision in like December of my senior year, so kind of late.
And then late.
Yeah, and then I'm here now. So yeah, I transferred to Aquinas last fall.
Okay.
Last fall, and then be going to my senior year. So
very cool, very exciting.
Definitely made the right choice, which is a relief because I don't know what I'd be doing.
Yeah. Now, in terms of college versus the summer ball season, you said you've played summer ball before as well, correct? So do you notice any like differences between the structure of college and summer ball?
It's definitely it's pretty similar. But you feel a little bit more special on a summer team because that's like their focus is like you guys. When you're at a college, there's all these other sports teams and but I think like having everybody's like here, like you don't have to be here and you don't have to go to college either, but most people go to college and kind of decide if they want to play soccer too. Like this is like dedication, like separate from anything because we're all here weekday mornings. So like it feels like we're like into it more, I think, and it's a bit more freeing because you don't have schoolwork, you don't have like other stuff outside of it. So I think that's like the big difference is we're just like here because we want to be more so, and it's like you're focusing on soccer pretty much. So that's like nice to have no homework. That's basically what I'm saying.
That's not bad at all.
So yeah, that's the good part, I think.
Putting you on the spot, do you have a preference
between
college or summer?
Oh man. The weather's nicer.
The weather is much nicer here, especially this winter.
Oh, gosh.
That was brutal.
Yeah, we played our conference championship game in the snow.
Yeah.
They plowed the fields, so that was...
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I think going a roundabout answer, I'm going to go with this because I don't have schoolwork.
Yeah.
Because who the heck likes that? And then the weather's nice, and and it's like... I think it's just it's less stressful. Like we want to win, but if we don't, I mean, we're not gonna get kicked out of school. Or it's like it's just more like genuine soccer. You're just like here to kind of have fun and
nice
just stay in shape.
Too, like
It's I think that's it. So
I
hope my coach doesn't get mad.
That's all right. I totally agree with you in terms of like the winter because I covered U of M Ann Arbor when they were in the season.
Oof.
And if they played their NCAA home tournament game in the snow, and sometimes I'd get kicked out of the press box and I'd have to sit outside in like the wind.
No,
and like it's just like it's gross in the winter, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
No.
It's fine, but it really isn't sometimes. So
definitely prefer days like this as opposed to the snow and
give me the rain. Like that's cool. I've the snow, no, and if I have to wear, it's fine. I'm not complaining.
I get that. Yeah. Now, in terms of you as a person, like outside of soccer, what else do you like to do in your free time?
I like to go rollerblading.
Really?
Yeah, I go rollerblading a lot. Sports is like my thing though. I like grew up playing. My dad we played like hockey, we played football, we played baseball, like front yard sports, like all of that. Sports. Yeah. I go rollerblading when I have the time. But now I'm really just working, which is sad.
Yeah.
So I come here and I go to work, which stinks. But yeah, I like to rollerblade. I spend a lot of time watching TV, like Netflix.
Okay.
And
do you have a favorite show?
Oh man, I have a whole list.
You have a whole list.
Parks and Rec is like that's like my go-to. Like I've seen it so many times.
I'm so glad there's another person that loves Parks and Rec.
Because everybody loves The Office, and hey, I'm not gonna knock it.
Right? No.
But come on, watch Parks and Rec too.
Yeah. Who's your favorite Parks and Rec character?
It's got to be Leslie because she's so just the queen. She's just it. But I love them all. And this might be a hot take, but Tom kind of annoys me sometimes.
Oh, okay.
He really does because that whole Entertainment 720 season, come on, get your act together, Tom. But I've seen that. That's like my background. That's my background show, but
nice. That's a good background show.
Yeah, but I've got a whole list of shows where I would I would die for them. So, but Parks and Rec, I'll just stop it there because I don't want to get into a whole rant about anything or a whole list about anything. So
right, I'm a big April fan. I just like Aubrey Plaza in general.
She's fantastic.
Love her.
in life. Like she's just great always. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's been doing like the press circuit for the new Chucky movie.
She's hilarious.
She's so funny.
And just like freaky. Like there's like she's something, I don't know, but she's fantastic. Yeah.
Totally agree with you there.
Love her. Yeah.
So rollerblading though, like how I really want to track back to that. Like how do you get started rollerblading?
Does
it just come from a sports background?
I guess. I don't know. My dad was a hockey guy, and he used to rollerblade, and we'd play hockey, like just with shoes on, and he'd rollerblade around. And then my mom really liked it at one point, so I think I just picked it up because they did, and then now I just go. And it's and we'll do some roller hockey in the driveway sometimes. But yeah. I don't know.
Cool.
I grew up rollerblading, I guess. So yeah.
My roommate went to like a rollerblading party or something, and she texts me and she goes, "We need to rollerblade. I'm not bad at it, and you'd be terrible at it." And I'm like, I'm glad that me being bad at something is a driving force behind why you want to do it with me, but like,
I don't.
A little hurtful.
It's so fun. Like it's so fun. You can like put on music and just like.
I'm just worried like I'm too lanky. Like I've tried to skate before and I can't skate.
I think. Well, I don't know. I've gone ice skating a few times. I think I could hack it if I did it more. But I don't know. It's just fun.
Okay.
Just
I'll have to
I don't
give it
know.
a go sometime with Jenna Stamp of approval.
But you have to have a good smooth surface. You cannot go on a bumpy road, or you will. You will fall down. Like no question.
Okay.
And you can't hit a rock because your wheels aren't that big, so you gotta
be precise.
Yeah, and you might want to wear a helmet just in case. I don't know. Yeah, that's perfect. Start at a roller rink, and and there's like walls to run into, so you can't. Yeah, that's a good. I don't think so. I think that's a good start. Yeah. So.
All right.
Do that.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. Last question for you. This season so far, do you have a specific favorite moment?
Oh man.
It can be like on the pitch, off the pitch, whatever you like.
I don't know. Everything's been. That's like so cheesy, but really, like everything, like. I come here every day and there's something funny or something memorable or something that's just like awesome. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, winning the 2 games we've won 3 games, I think. I don't know. Just
2 games in the league, you know.
Winning games is fun. Like pregame in the locker room. We've had like water fights running off the field. And just like I don't know. Everything is awesome.
Yeah.
It's cheesy, but it is. That's like every moment. There hasn't been a bad moment really, except one time Barry yelled at us in the locker room. But that's like that's him. So
happens, you know.
Yeah, but really, I mean, when we score goals in games, even when we lose, it's just like everybody like runs up and celebrates, and that's just
always exciting.
Yeah, everything honestly.
Good. Well, I'm glad that you've had a good season so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you've given rollerblading the stamp of approval.
It's stamped. That's like everybody should rollerblade.
All right. I'll keep that in mind then.
That's my answer.
All right. Jenna, thank you for coming on.
No problem.
Thank you all for watching. As always, stay tuned to AFCAnnArbor.com for any of the latest team news, and follow us on Twitter at AFC Ann Arbor. Until next time, I'm Ryan McCooch. Take care.